Hello friends and relations. A few of you have expressed interest in the way that I make yogurt. We get through at least 2 litres of yogurt a week, maybe even more, and I've been making it for about 2 years, and I've developed a way of doing it in a very slapdash way, and I'd like to take you through it. I'm going to start with the equipment that I use. I use full cream fresh milk. I get this from Aldi. I like this one because it's high in fat. You can make it lower fat if you want. I use powdered milk. I have a measuring jug. The measuring part of it isn't important. And a whisk, a thermometer, a 1/3 cup measurer for measuring the powdered milk, an empty yogurt container, that's where I'm going to put it, a saucepan that can hold 2 litres of milk, some yogurt starter, at least a spoonful of the last batch, that's probably enough. You need to keep the yogurt warm whilst the bacteria is multiplying. I've got this very homemade version. What it is a soft esky, an old woolen jumper to keep my yogurt nice and snug, a tea towel to wrap it into so I don't get the jumper dirty, and a wheat bag which I heat up to keep it as warm for as long as possible. Okay, let's get started. First up, I'm going to pour the milk into the saucepan. This saucepan actually has volume measurements up the side, which helps, but it's not essential. You just don't want to have more than 2 litres, otherwise it won't fit into your container. So I'm going to pour the milk in, and I just pour a little bit less than 2 litres. Channeling my inner Nigella. She's slicker than me. Okay, that's just short of 2 litres. Now I'm going to add my powdered milk. I'm running a little bit short, so I hope I've got enough, but I add 2/3 of a cup. This isn't essential, but the extra fat will make your yogurt taste better, in my opinion. Some people like low-fat yogurt, I don't. This makes it more like Greek yogurt. Okay, now it's time to put it onto the stove. Again, if you do some research online, most people tell you that you need to heat the milk to boiling and then cool it down. This is a pain in the neck. You don't need to do that. The milk's already pasteurised. All you need to do is to bring it up to about the right temperature. And the right temperature is between approximately 44 and 47 degrees. So I'm using my whisk to stir the powdered milk in, and I bring it up to approximately 46 or 47 degrees with my thermometer. So this is a standard kitchen thermometer. So I'm just dissolving in my milk. That doesn't take very long. Scrape the bits off the edges. So the temperature's getting up towards 45 degrees. I just keep it going now. It's not going to take very long now. It's nearly at 46. I can probably stop it there, so I'm going to turn the stove off now. Something I forgot to mention earlier is you're going to need a strainer. Sorry about that. You'll see how we use it in a minute. The next thing to do is to add a spoonful or 2 of the old yogurt batch to your measuring jug. If you're down to the dregs in your container, you can do this step in the container, and I often do that. I'm not quite there. So now, take my whisk out, just stick it on the yogurt lid. Now I'm just going to pour in to my measuring jug fill it up, mostly up. So I'm now going to give that a whisk, so to distribute the yoghurt into that milk. It doesn't take very long, that'll probably be enough. And now I'm going to pour that back into the pot without making a mess. Oh, I've got a few lumps here, which I don't usually have. I'll keep whisking that. I might have been a bit too quick to do that. Anyway, it probably doesn't matter. Now that I've got my yoghurt to about the right temperature and I've added my yoghurt, I'm going to sterilise my old yoghurt container. And I do that by adding about 1 inch of water, a couple of centimetres, into the container. I put the lid on loosely and stick it into the microwave for 2 minutes. Probably longer than you need, but I find that works. I'm going to put on the microwave for 2 minutes now. That's ready to go. Be careful, it's quite hot. Use the handle. Now that my container is sterilised, I'm going to bring the yoghurt mixture back up to temperature. That won't take terribly long. I'll get my whisk again, give it a stir. Let's see what temperature we're at. Okay, it's still at about 45 degrees. I'm going to bring it up to 47. So that allows for a little bit of cooling whilst I transfer it to the container. Okay, that's about right. I'm going to stop that. Okay, so now I've got my sterilised container. I'm going to pour the water out, being careful not to burn myself, through my sieve so that I also sterilise the sieve. And now I'm going to sieve my yoghurt mixture into the container. That'll make it nice and smooth. You can see there's a little bit of sediment in the sieve, but not too much. I have had batches that have gone lumpy. They haven't been so successful, but they still tasted okay. So now I'll put my lid on, and I'm going to wrap my little baby up in its jumper. So get my tea towel out. I'm going to wrap it up in the tea towel first. Just using an old linen tea towel. And then place the jumper into the container. Stick the yogurt in. So you want to keep it as, you don't want to lose it at any temperature whilst it's curing, I guess is the term. I'm going to wrap it up, and the only thing I need to do now is to heat up my wheat bag and pop that on top. I heat up the wheat bag for 2 minutes and 30 because that's what I use when I take one to bed. Okay, the wheat bag is ready. I'm just going to tuck that in on top and close it up. And then I'm just going to set it to the side. I leave it overnight, so I generally do this at around 5 o'clock and take it out about 7 o'clock in the morning. 12 to 14 hours seems to be good. So you saw me this morning getting the yogurt out. I don't talk first thing in the morning, but anyway, it's been in the fridge for a few hours. Let's have a look how it went. It had been wrapped up for about 15 hours. Whether it's 12 or 15 hours doesn't matter too much. Just the longer you leave it, the longer it gives the bacteria, the good bacteria, to multiply and feed on the lactose in the milk. The longer you leave it, the thicker it gets and the more sour it gets. So let's have a look. Got a little bit of liquid on the top. Don't always get that, but it doesn't really matter. I usually just pour it out. But let's have a look. That looks pretty good. Quite thick. Let's put a little bit in a bowl and have a taste. So it's quite thick. Yum. Very sour and smooth. Not super sour, just what you'd expect from a pot set yogurt. Enjoy. Hope you get some useful tips out of it.